Yeah. All right. Let's see. The Model Rocketeer.
Woo! Friday night.
Late night.
Late night.
Here's the team. Webc, that's me. Andrew Cosgrove's out tonight.
Shout out.
Love you. Okay, Michael Howell. Model Rocketeer. Austin Hill. Hiko
Hiko. Mecca Model Build.
Oni Mecca. Our friend Oni.
You need no introduction.
Jake Parrot. The Red Desert Rose. All right. Yeah. And I am Webc. And tonight I'm going to be over here in the paint booth. I'm going to try and figure out a way to make it so you guys can see what I'm doing in the paint booth. Tonight's show is brought to you by the Wicked Wookie, the Model Rocketeer, and Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. This is the Late Night with Webc and the Wicked Wookie. And I've got one question for you guys. What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo?
Is there anything like that white speck on chicken shit?
Yeah, I don't pay $100 for a garbanzo to be on my face.
Oh,
gotcha. So yeah, first dirty joke of the night. There you go.
That was good. Took a minute because I wasn't going down the toilet just yet. I was like, I'm gonna
nothing better to do. It's late night, man. That's what we're here for.
It is late night. And welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for having me, Mike. I know this is you and the Wicked Wookie. Andrew's out at the moment, so all of our best wishes go to him. Yeah, you know.
Yep.
Oh man, don't worry.
Yeah, damn right, Andrew. We're gonna hold it down, and you know, we'll be excited to get you back when you come back. So.
Shout out to Lemon because it's brisk, baby.
I've got an empty water cup, so that's how that works. Yeah, I got an empty water cup. Nothing to do with that. So yeah, I've got a bunch of red parts that I no longer want to be red. So that's my plan tonight is to make them not red. And I was thinking about finding a way to see if I could get my phone to sit over here. But I don't have any of my normal phone clamps, so this will be interesting.
I totally think I forgot to thumbs up the earlier show, the Kit Bash Friday, or the Friday Kit Bash show. I just realized that. I jumped into here real quick in the chat, see if Scott pops back up or anybody else comes on for us. Get some questions out there.
Oh, we just had 2 people come in. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Late Night with Webc and the Model Rocketeer. We're just here. Like I said, I'm getting ready to do some painting. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to find a way first to get my camera to set up over by my paint booth.
Awesome.
So that's my first priority.
Literally working on the master grade, trying to get some paint on the head so I can finish
Which is a sweet build.
It's working out. It's working out. My very first full-on custom paint conversion. Straight away, very first one had to be master grade Justa. Thanks, Vince.
Oh, Vince is here. How's it going, Vince?
No. I was just shout out to Vince.
Oh, that's right, because he's the one who sent that.
Yeah, so we'll. Yep. I guess I have to notate that, right? That's what that is. That's what the shout out means.
Yep.
I'm old people. Don't give me no shit. So that's what it is. Shout out.
All right. We can see my booth.
I know what a call out is. I don't want that either.
You see my booth and everything?
I do see your booth, sir.
See how the mad scientist works?
Jeb, did I say Jeb?
No, that's my name, Webc. It says Webc. I just every paint color I use, I graffiti the side of my paint booth right there with my name, Webc. So it's got black, blue, gray, white, pink, purple, light blue, yellow, red, dark blue, light blue, pink. Like, so that's where I'm at.
I keep this on my paint booth, and you can see I like to write obscenities sometimes on it, but I'm always,
Oh, there you go. That's awesome.
because I'll throw it down there so I can check my paint spray pattern. You know what I mean? If I mix paints real quickly, I got a system where I can clean them out pretty quick and then just go straight away to the next color. But I test it on my cloth so I can see my paint pattern or whatever.
Right here on my booth, I have a dual paint gun holder right on my booth. That's a new addition that I've just put in. It's pretty nice.
Hell yeah.
Makes you feel like a professional to have two guns, even though you never use two guns. So woo, you know, like, but it is nice. Like if I did want to do like two different colors and do like a funny weird fade, and I was trying to manipulate two different colors, I could have two colors loaded, and I could hurry up and set one gun down, pick one gun up, set one gun down, pick the other one up, and do that type of work, especially with the type of lacquers that I use.
Yeah,
that's real cool. Yeah, so I was thinking about loading up some background music here for late night while I do some airbrushing, and you guys can listen to some background music, watch me and Carrie do some airbrushing for late night, hang out, and our background music is licensed to us by Restream. We're going to be doing lo-fi, and we'll probably crank that up.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah,
the awesome services you guys provide us. And the opportunity to be able to do this for amazing people that come and visit, check it out. This is all a community effort. Glad you guys could be there, and glad Restream.io could be a part of it. Might have to clean my brush. Might have to clean my. I might have to disappear for a minute and go clean my airbrush. I'm here. I'm here.
All right. My fan is a little loud. Hold on.
Yeah, I had mine muted just in case. Mine is too a little bit.
Yeah, I can sit over here for a second. Yeah. So that's painting with me. I just gotta let it sit and air out for about 10-15 minutes, and then I can shut the fan out. That's basically how I paint. Go through, give it a little tack coat, and then I go ahead and give it a real nice wet coat, and then I'm done. And then clean out my brush and move on. I just mean cleaning my airbrush like a habit. I have a certain way I do it, as you thought, and as long as you follow your habit, you'll be good. A whole bunch of people were talking to us, so let's see. Oh, it's Carrie. Carrie was talking to us. All right.
Yeah, that was me. Because I said welcome at the beginning of the show, and then I was like, I gotta be right back. I gotta clean my airbrush.
Yep, definitely. Awesome. Yeah.
I think it was a productive night. I got the paint down where I wanted it, so I'm getting somewhere. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, this black is a little iffy.
Oh.
It doesn't like to cover. It doesn't like to cover red. So I might have to go back with a second coat over that red, or
maybe
something. I don't know. We'll see once I get to looking at it after it's dried, because I put a really good thick coat on this first time, so hopefully it cures up good. And we won't have too many issues. That's what I'm hoping for. I gotta walk away from this. These are gonna be a death of me. Oh man. It smells very heavily. Very heavily.
In this little room, I was sweating bullets for a minute.
Oh man, the lacquer smell got heavy. I gotta go shut my airbrush off. That's what's wrong. So what's going on? My brain's like, something I didn't do. Something I didn't do. Shut that off. Oh man. The lacquer thinner ain't no joke though when you start spraying that around when you're cleaning your brush out. Woo! That's why I wear like one of those N95 respirator masks, but not a charcoal respirator or anything, just vagina mask.
Right.
So, I've always worn one of those for painting. That's just easier to grab a hold of. And yeah, you still smell a little bit of the fume. Just a little bit.
Just a little.
Yeah. I got this towel system that I put up over everything in the towel system over my big box. So my fan is sucking in all the fumes from where my parts sit into the fan box. But I got the big box and I put a towel over the big box with opening so that there's just like this small little hole that's sucking in fresh air from the side where my workbench is.
Yeah.
And through that hole it sucks enough air so it don't suck the towel into the parts or anything. So it gets a good airflow, and it sucks the fresh air right in over my parts, so that my parts are getting fresh, dry air, constantly while they're drying. So I think that's part of the reason why my parts dry a little faster, a little nice. Maybe. I don't know much. So, yeah.
Every little bit helps. That's what I try to do too.
Come up with all these little. I don't call them shortcuts. I call them, little tips.
Yeah. Yep. Because they all work differently. Everybody's got a little different system and stuff like that.
Things I pretend to satisfy. Tips.
if you want to make a real cheap filter, get a box fan and get a t-shirt. Get your t-shirt wet, strap it on that box fan, and paint. It'll catch a lot of it. It's not perfect, but it'll work.
My first air booth that I built was from a chip box, a fart fan from a bathroom, and some really cheap tubing. That was my first attempt. And a roll of duct tape, like the whole roll of duct tape. Like I was like making seals for seams, you know, like
right.
I was going two layers of tape out, like man, this shit is done. Yep. So it was one of those ones where it was really awesome that way. And yeah. So just yeah, that's why I don't like to paint on camera a whole lot, because it's like my paint booth is noisy, it sucks the air out so that, you know, the fumes don't stay in the house and stuff. That's like been my whole big thing about it is like I want to paint, but I really don't like the fumes being stuck throughout the house, you know.
Right.
So it seems to work though. The paint box I'm using has 2 fans in it. It's like, and so it has a switch on it that is a 1 or a 2 switch. So when I hit the 1 switch, only 1 fan turns on. But when I hit the 2 switch, both fans turn on. So that's pretty cool with my fan box, because after like 10-15 minutes, I can just turn it down to 1 fan. And 1 fan running is a bit quieter than 2 fans running.
Okay.
So you don't get as big of a headache, but I usually leave the fan running for about an hour, like total, like to clear out all the air, vapor, and stuff.
Right.
Then the parts usually sit like from start to finish. It's like a 2-hour process. After 2 hours are up, I can pull the parts off of their clips and examine them, and then put ones back on the clips that need to go back on the clips. Give them a quick little touch up. And that's about it. Like, paint's so simple. It's such a simple process. Like the other paints, like the water-based system that I use, I gotta prime everything. Like every part has to get primed,
right.
And then, you know, the whole process, like the whole shebang, right? So with this newer paint technology, it's going to get a lot faster, a lot better. You know, pumping out nice builds and stuff like that. So I'm super happy with those technologies. My wife's over here. She's over here playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
I've heard of that.
Yep. She's playing that game right now. It's pretty sweet. She's beat it once already.
Oh, right on.
And yeah, so she just I'm not sure if she's playing a new character right now or if she's just doing like side stories to level her character up more. New character. She said new character. There you go.
Cool. I just started a new game of Red Dead Redemption 2, so I was like, yeah.
That's cool. I just started playing Need for Speed Heat.
I liked Grid. Grid was a good game.
Yeah, Grid was good. I played Grid, the first one. I did not play the sequel.
Oh, yeah, I played the first one also. I dominated them, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a good system. I liked it. I liked how everything worked. In this new version of Need for Speed that I'm playing, it's like
okay.
The one I sent you the video or the clips of the cars.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So when I'm playing online against other people and stuff, they can see me and they can see the words, you know, Kit Bash Gundam and Web C and stuff. They're gonna go look that shit up after they're gonna get done playing. I was like, dude, that's some like total cross-platform, you know, like total like that's like God level type thinking right there. Like, yeah, like just go on the game and promote ourselves on a different game. Like, who wouldn't do that? I think that's cool, you know. So, and they let me do it too, because like sometimes they won't let you put words and stuff on certain things. Like you can't say the F word, or you know, you can't say shit, can't say fuck. Fuck is the worst word that you can say. Fuck is the worst word that you can say. Fuck. You know. So the hilarity of it all, man. Sprite tastes weird without the chemicals, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it tastes weird without the chemicals. So we grabbed the Sprite today because my stomach is a little upset from eating that spicy KFC bucket. I got like a little 6-piece tender or 5-piece tender or something like that, but it was like that Tennessee hot spicy chicken where they put like the cayenne pepper and the honey all over the chicken. And I love it. I think it tastes amazing, but the rest of my body likes to remind me that I don't like it. It's like, hey dude, you don't eat enough spicy food to do this to us. Like, knock that shit off. So, but yeah, I mean, I used to eat tons of spicy food and stuff, and over the past like 10 years here, it's slowly declined. Eat less and less. Ain't your fault. I'm not sitting inside of a $2 million restaurant going, what do I want to eat today? Hey, there's some ghost pepper cheese. Let's eat that. Oh, hey, there's some habanero ice cream. Let's try that. Dude, have you ever tried habanero ice cream?
No, I've heard of it though.
So good. Okay.
I've had original ice cream.
Yep. Here in Minnesota, we got this local like shop that makes all their own ice creams and stuff. And the owner of one of the restaurants I worked for went to that shop and requested that they make us a special ice cream out of habaneros. And the dude thought we were crazy. But anyways, we were selling like 10 gallons of habanero ice cream a month.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
You know,
I would try it.
As a restaurant, we were selling it by a scoop. You know what I mean? Like, we were just selling it by the scoop. So if we're selling 10 gallons of that stuff a month by the scoop, that's interesting. There's a lot of people coming in to eat some spicy ice cream.
Right.
So it was a pretty cool ice cream. Then they had another one that tasted kind of like Big Red chewing gum. And then they had just a regular vanilla bean ice cream that was super awesome, like a classic New York turnstile vanilla ice cream. That flavor. And then we had like, the desserts weren't the greatest. Like, the ice creams were good, but like, I wasn't the biggest fan of the desserts. I thought they could have been a little better thought out. Because they just had like, some of them were just like, you know, those simple shits like caramel glazed and a brownie, a brownie deluxe, and you know, just shit like that. Like, it wasn't that fancy. It's like, oh, brownies and sprinkles and cherries and whipped cream, woohoo! You know,
spice it up a little.
So, well, they eventually did. They started doing like some molecular gastronomy for a little bit, and started creating these dishes like. Now they take raspberries and they puree raspberries and then turn them into little jelly balls, and then they take some raspberry puree and splatter it on a plate like blood splatter and cut a brownie into the shape of a heart, and then they take all those little jelly balls and drop them all over the plate, and there's your fucking dessert. So they got more creative, but it wasn't. I wasn't impressed. Right. I was like, this looks lazy. This doesn't look composed, but it fit with the theme of the restaurant, you know, and that's what really mattered with it. The restaurant theme is gonzo art, you know, like, what is it? I want to say like, I know his name, Ralph Steadman. There it is, Ralph Steadman. That's the guy. That's the artist who did like 80% of the work that's hanging up in that restaurant. And then they used to have something called the Far Side Pub, where they had like a whole bunch of Far Side comic books, like put up on frames and stuff. But they changed that. I don't know what it's called anymore. But I know it's not the Far Side Pub anymore. So, which is like, okay, whatever. Pop, 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 pop. That's what I think of when I see that gun. That's the noise make. Like, I think of Lieutenant Dan sitting there. Pop, 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 pop. You fucking Charlies. You know, like, sorry, don't mean to be Don't mean to be any kind of like of a bad person or anything. I'm just, reminiscing about one of my favorite movies, Forrest Gump.
I love Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump was a good movie. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna like this a lot better than I'm gonna do some studying and see if I can figure out how to weather this up, make it look real-ish, I guess.
You want to dry brush, but you don't want to brush. You want to like stipple.
Yeah, that's what I said. I've got a stippling brush. It's real stiff for that, and I picked up a few because I use it for dry brushing. So I'm going to use that technique on here. Good thinking, and I got the perfect colors. I need to get a good base, and it's going to turn out good.
Yep, and then use get a translucent blue, like a really really clear blue paint, and add a little bit of that to the silver, and make that one of the layers, like where the metal blues and stuff from being used in painting and everything, like a blue tarnishing.
First time I just painted the gunmetal blue completely, and I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, you just want to use it as a layer of it, like coming through a little bit. It's like one of those. That's why I said stippling would really help, because that would like you'd be able to layer over that stippling, and you could get sections to show a little bit of that blue, a little bit of that silver, like to where it looked like it was properly tarnishing. It would look really cool that way. So yeah, go silver, clear blue, silver, or you can go silver, and clear blue, and then do silver on top again, so that it looks that, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's
nice. So that's gonna be that's what I'm gonna be planning for this. Then I'm gonna take your advice. I'm gonna do that with what I've got. I think it'll be perfect. I think it'll be really cool, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna really thin down my the gunmetal blue real thin, just to get some of that, like you said, that sheen from a new gun, and then get the wear marks from being wore out.
Well, like what I'm thinking is, that the technique Oni showed us with the thrusters, where he took the purple, the yellow, and the blue, and like painted them over each other until they created the burn effect on metal.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. But just use just the clear blue, and use the clear blue as a layer between two different layers of silver. Is kind of what I was thinking might work, to make just a little bit of the blue showing, not a. That's all. I don't know.
I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
it's gonna be one of the better weapons I've done, at least anyway this time around. Because there's a couple of spots where I want to tape it off and probably get some other color in there, because it's got a lot of good detail. It'll be good, and there's not very many decals to go on it.
Right. All right, well, hey, we're like halfway through the show, and I haven't been doing a whole lot of commercials tonight. So let's go ahead and throw up a commercial.
Hey everybody, WebC here, and I'd like to talk to you today about our new friend Oni Mecha. Oni Mecha is a YouTube and social media content creator who's always doing cool things. His kits are super custom and super cool. Oni's trying to get into doing some tutorials for you guys, so come on over and check out Oni Mecha. Alright, and he'll be Fender Bangers RC. Hey everybody, come check out Fender Bangers on Facebook and see what the zip is all about. If you got a need for speed on a small scale model style, well, come hang out and see what's cracking in the RC car world. Alright.
Alright. Look at this guy.
I swapped out my shirt really quick because I was getting hot. It's getting warm in here.
Yeah, we're gonna take a look at the big video again. Let's check that out.
So much fun.
Oh yeah, the whole family had fun. We enjoyed our day. It was pretty nice. Parking was real close too. We didn't have a problem finding parking either. That was really nice. It was really great that the guys gave me a bunch of compliments on my camera work and everything. That made me feel good today. Getting that compliment from everybody.
Right on.
These are some good shots. I tried to get creative with what I was getting for shots and stuff. So, especially this McDonald's train, I couldn't resist. I saw it go around once, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that third-person view of it looking like a real train and everything passing by and stuff." So I was like, "That's cool." So.
Yeah, there's a guy in our club that does he makes the little water slides for the different people in the Chamber of Commerce in our community.
All right.
So he gets it small on the box car. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
But yeah, those awesome graffiti decals those are awesome. I follow a few people that do that, and that's what they do. They just model graffiti trains. It's like, damn.
Yep. I've seen some graffiti decals and stuff, and they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was thinking about picking some up for Gundam.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got a couple ideas for pop art for Gundam. I want to take a Gundam Virtue and make it look like a lowrider.
Cool.
Because it's just Gundam Virtue is just a big, huge panel monster, it's got panels everywhere, big open panels, and those would be really great to put those old school lowrider pinstripes everywhere on and stuff. So that's what I'm thinking about. That lowrider paint job that looks really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about that, and then I got another one that's just a little bit slightly different. Just coming up with different concepts and ideas. So a graffiti one, or what is it? Graffiti. So put graffiti on a Gundam, the Gundam, its post is at some urban site, where it just it's sat there so long that kids started drawing on the Gundam and stuff. So I want to put the water slide on the Gundam in a way so when the Gundam stands up or is in its normal pose, you just see it look like graffiti everywhere, but it doesn't make sense. But then when you set the Gundam down in a certain way, it looks like the Gundam's sitting and the graffiti comes to life and you can read the graffiti when the Gundam sits down or whatever. So that's kind of a concept. But I'm going to do that with a Granddad Gundam. I don't have a Granddad Gundam, and when I do start doing Granddad Gundams, that's the kind of stuff I want to do with them. I want to make them all special like that, do pop art things with them.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
So that's my goal for those guys. It doesn't matter what kind of Granddad Gundam I use; it's just going to be pop art, So, oh yeah, take away that overlay for a while. Sounds like I got a storm outside, or it's my idiot neighbors being super noisy.
Oh, yeah.
No? Yep. So for everybody watching at home, this is the Minnesota Scale Model Train Convention and swap meet. It's a really awesome thing to do. Really cool. I think tomorrow is the Minnesota Gumpla get together swap meet. I don't know if I'm going. I better check. I probably shouldn't. I bought a Gundam today. You probably shouldn't. Take some of my older kids and just swap them for other kids. Who knows? I don't know. Depends on what tomorrow brings.
Right.
Like the Incubus song. Yeah. I can hear the.
That's awesome. I like that the Purina dog food thing. That's always the thing. I want to build, but I'm going to turn it into something else. But I need the idea of the factory.
All right. Now I'm able to shut.
So cool.
Got my fans off. Yeah, that was like one of the coolest setups right there, I thought, because it had so much, like that little corn maze up at the end and everything. I thought that was so cool. And my wife freaked out about it. She's like, "Oh my god!" So that was all end scale. Yeah.
Okay,
so that was all stuff.
Tiny end scale zombies and shit like werewolves and stuff that I picked up at a show for that reason. I think it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, because that was all end scale, and like I said, end scale looks pretty good with 144 scale.
It's really close. It's not off.
It's like 6 points off or something.
Yeah, because
I did the measurements once,
and the HG is 144, so it's really close. It's the same thing with Master Grade and HO. It's really close. So that's why I choose that one.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep. Okay. That would be good to know, because then I could, HO scale for Master Grade. Right. Good to know. But actually, I did take a Master Grade over to an N scale, completely N scale setup, and it looked like it was still in place. It still looked pretty good.
It doesn't just make the robot look extremely large, but it still works. It's like God, the train. It's a big giant robot, but if you don't know quite the scale.
Yeah.
So the gun head and those little figures, they're 1/35th. They're all the same scale, so that's what it would be. That those girls are the size of the real figure. For that. Yeah. If it was 6 feet tall or whatever it is.
Yep. No, that makes total sense. I was like, oh, that's cool too. Like, I thought that was super cool. Your whole setup that you showed everybody, that was great. I thought that was too cool.
Little by little, like I said, I got all these different little projects that are all boxed and ready for to finish and move on to whatever it is I'm going to put them into.
Definitely, and along with that,
stippling brush, that'll work.
Yeah, I use something similar, but I use a flat one instead of a rounded one.
Well, it's supposed to be flat, but it's not. It's cheap, but it's supposed to be a little flat. Because for stippling, but this will still work really good.
It's around here somewhere. Here you go. Here's one of them. Here's one of the types I use.
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
I'll just take the corner and I'll separate it out with my finger and just stipple. And then it gives me control. I can pick how much I use of it and everything.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. It's a pretty good option there. And what is it? So yeah, things to be excited about, you guys. Talk about it here on Late Night. The Kit Bash Gundam mascot build-off has been extended to January 31st of 2023. So that gives you guys a whole bunch more time to figure out what you want to do with one of your Strike Gundam options for a Kit Bash and to follow the color choices of light blue, gray, and light gray. So get you guys' builds together, get your paint together, and have fun doing the build-off. Kit Bash style, right? Yeah. And then the WebC Bounty Bag Challenge is in full swing. We're still taking on audition photos for this month's build-off. Last month's winner was Manuel Claudio, and the winner before that was Joseph A. Ash. And each one of these guys is going to be entered in a round-robin tournament with the Gundam they build when they receive the kit bash. The kit bash bag, I call it a bounty bag, and it's a super simple concept. I give you a bunch of parts that you have to add to a Gundam that you buy or have on hand, and you repaint it, and you turn it in as a finished build. It's a pretty simple contest. There's, no adding extras because the extras I give you. That's kind of the rules. You move forward, and when you do the bounty bag, you won't know if you win or lose until like the end of the year, because it's a year-long competition, and then at the end of the year, we're going to have a 12-man round-robin tournament-style competition vote. So there'll be like 6 rounds of voting for Gundams to make it through the round-robin tournament. And we'll be voting on a couple different criteria in that round-robin tournament. One of them is what your Gundam's combined abilities will be from each Gundam. Does your paint job look cohesive across the whole Gundam? Just things like that. Well built. Did you go all those extra steps? Panel line top coat, water slides, etched metal parts are not allowed, but I'm just giving you the what is allowed. So water slides are allowed, panel line is allowed, all your different paint coats and levels are allowed. Just remember, no metal etched parts, no 3D parts, no resin print parts, no resin parts, no third-party parts, because like I said once again, the challenge is for you to take the parts I give you and add them to a kit. So that's the hard part, is really you're stuck with that. Claw plate can only be used as a support. It can't be used as an outward feature. And yeah, look at that Jessica head that Carrie's working on. That's super sweet looking. And then we have our last competition to talk about is the 2022 Halloween competition. And this Halloween competition this year is just it's pretty much a free build. You can make a build any way you want, do it any way you want. Just try and keep it within the Halloween realm of things, Halloween themed. We don't care how you present it. We don't care what if it's 1 Gundam, 2 Gundam, 3 Gundam, shoe Gundams. Just get them in like 2 Gundams. And if it's a diorama that includes the Gundam in a cool way, like a zombie ripping out of the dirt or something, and it's a Gundam instead, that'd be cool. Or if it's, Dracula becoming a Gundam, or whatever. Just come up with your ideas. Some people have even thrown around zombies and mummies and all sorts of things, because we got a real mummy Gundam from G Gundam. So, things to think about. For that. And then the prizes are donated from Derek Ho and the Horde, and will be distributed via the Model Rocketeer and WebC Official. So those are where the prizes will come from for those for that Halloween build up. So yeah, you guys get in there, have a great time. Don't hesitate to ask questions. We have an event page open for the Halloween build-off already, and we have a chat room open for the Halloween build-off. Feel free to go in the chat room, ask questions. Feel free to finish your build-up and post it in the event page. And if the chats don't work for you, go ahead and send me or any of the other admins a message. If you have questions, like a private message on Facebook, and we'll answer your questions as best we can. What else for that one? That sounds like everything for that one. So those are the 3 competitions that we are involved with here at WebC Official and Rocket Industries, and all our other subsidiaries and partners that hang out with us, and all our friends and coworkers and sponsors, and all those lovely labels and titles we like to give everybody and everything. So everybody's got your label and title covered.
There's a lot of stuff planned. It's really cool, and I think we got a good schedule for everything that we got planned out. So Mike said don't spend a bunch of time on your Halloween one because it's 30 days out. This is just for fun, just a little just a little teaser in there because there's a lot of other things going on. We look forward to seeing this entry bounty bag challenge. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing some entries from the bounty bag challenge.
We're out on the strike build off just yet to count all those chickens. There's plenty of time. That's gonna be that's a whole other level of special in itself. For you guys to create a mascot. So yeah, that's
definitely
that's one thing.
So, yeah. So I definitely think that's all the competitions seem like they're all pretty nicely, fairly rounded out and everything. You know, we got one that's a monthly audition competition right now. We got one that's a current build off, and then we got an extended out build off. So those are, nothing super direct, and everything should be within manageable capabilities. So some people might be a little bit confused that we would host more than one build off or one competition at a time, but we want to unravel some of what we've been working on to you guys. And the only way we can do that is by starting to roll out with it. Competitions and all those types of things are really good for you guys because that's how we get you involved, because then we'll start to learn what you like more, and then we can start gearing more of our builds towards things you guys like, away from, the standard Gundam type of thing. But I mean, like, what else do you like about building Gundam and stuff? Is it the painting? Is it the modding? Is it the weathering? If you want more things like that from us, it'll help us with all those things. And I'd love to, show you guys how I do crazy weathering and what my thought process is while I do weathering and stuff. So one day I'll do a video on that. I don't do a whole lot of weather builds, but I know what I got going on. I know what weathering is.
Right on.
It's just not my, like I said, it's not my cup of tea when it comes to building. But when I start doing these dioramas and stuff that I plan on doing, weathering will definitely be in addition to what I do for my dioramas, because I plan on adding like rust and age and stuff like that to the diorama. So those types of things, those types of skills, I'll show more as I start building dioramas. You guys will start liking those things and stuff. I can give you guys like an example of what my scratch building looks like. So you guys can see on the camera what the scratch build looks like. I painted it yellow, just like a quick spray, but you can still see some of the white underneath, but it completely accordions like it's supposed to, stuff. The wheels work and everything, just the right height. So that is a 1/100 scale scissor lift that I built. That is not a 1/144 scale scissor lift. It just doesn't, it's not the right size.
Right.
But it's sitting next to all my 144 stuff on its little shelf there, and it just doesn't look right. It's way bigger than the buildings that it's sitting next to. But if you were to take a 1/100 building, it would look a little more proportionate. So that's pretty awesome for me to have been able to build that. I feel very accomplished building something that well intricate. And, it was hard. It was actually really hard. It took a lot of patience. Really slow. Just be really patient with that project. It was hard, super hard. So yeah, we want you guys to like seeing that type of stuff. So keep up at it and keep doing that. And as you guys scroll through Facebook, stop and give these videos we create for you a look, a listen, and a like.
Think about that. Anybody else, your friends, your colleagues, your buddies, whatever you want to call them, man, leave a like. As we see a lot of a post might get a bunch of views and stuff like that. It's really cool. Make some interaction, man. Hit that thumbs up, something, say something cool, because it'll come back to you.
Definitely. We definitely like it when people hit those like buttons and everything. So I think I'm gonna hit the hay for the show, man.
I don't blame you.
We're an animal thing, and we're Audi like 5,000, right?
Always.
So I'm gonna load up the exit video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk chat to you for a couple seconds. Yeah. Let's get rid of that.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Go ahead. yeah, you guys, thanks for joining us. We had a great night. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me turn red parts into black parts. That was fun.
That was fun because it's so hard. It's kind of annoying.
So watching me do my thing with the airbrush and everything, that was pretty awesome. Once again, the show couldn't have come to you without the efforts of people like the Wicked Wookie, Andrew Cosgrove, Micheal Hall, the Model Rocketeer, Micheal Wimmer, Web C, and Scott Dale from Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC. Without people like this, shows like this wouldn't exist. So, for the future, we love doing what we do. We love hanging out and talking and shooting shit about Gunpla and talking about the hobby world. And we'll see you on the next show.